Hi guys, so welcome to my guide on how to meet new people. I know, you're probably as shocked as I am, but I'm super good at this. I grew up in a really small town, like 250 people. So at home, when we grew up, it was always like you had to be friends with everybody because if you weren't friends with them, then you literally had no friends. Like there was no option, so you had to be friends. So you kind of like learned how to work out everyone's differences and get along despite different opinions and whatever. So my best friend is my roommate. She lives with me and she's awesome. I call her Sarah Jean on the internet because I feel weird about using her real name. I think it's because of the small town thing. Like, if you knew where I was from and like one of my family members' names, like that would be it. You'd be able to find me anywhere. Just weird to share, I guess. But anyway, so I call her Sarah Jean when I'm talking about her on the internet. So she's my best friend. We've been friends since we were in like grade 4. She's awesome, but I'm also going to introduce you to some of my other best friends today. This is my travel pig named Pigsley. My travel pig is filled with any like tips that I get or any like extra cash that I get on a job that I didn't expect to get. And as you probably figured out based by the title Travel Pig, my travel pig Pigsley holds all of my future travel fund, which right now is not very much. And then here we have my alpaca / llama shaker. It's a rattle, my children's rattle. Made out of recycled material though, so that's cool. Anyway, so I thought that I would share with you a couple of my experiences meeting new people. So, first off, I met my downstairs neighbor the other day. Met is a strong term for what happened. It was 8:25 or so, and I had to be at school at like 8:30, so I was running pretty late. So I had my headphones plugged in, my backpack slung over my shoulder, and I was like hustling my way out the door. And I kind of like looked up, and there was this white Jeep in our driveway, and I wasn't driving to school. I was walking, but I was still kind of like, oh, like, what's this vehicle? Why are they in my driveway? And then I kind of like look a little bit harder and realize that A, there's still a dude in the car, and I just definitely gave him like a face, and B, that he is actually my downstairs roommate's friend that he knows. I don't know, he pulls into the driveway a lot. I've never actually met him. I mostly stared him through the windows like, who's that? Okay, I don't think he saw me. And then I look over and like literally the guy, the downstairs neighbor, like jumps out of the Jeep and is like walking towards me. So there's like, I'm walking by this side of the car, and then there's my roommate's car, and then he's walking on this side of the car. And I'm kind of like, I don't know, it's like 8:25 in the morning, okay? I'm not awake, really. And I'm late, so I'm not really thinking about my facial expressions and what's happening. So he was like looking at me over the car like, hi, like he didn't say anything, but he was definitely like, and I literally, like, until I was like 90% of the way past him, I was just like, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh crap, like, he's looking for a response. I should probably, right, and so all of a sudden I'm just kind of like, and like changed the song and like started fiddling with my backpack strap and my phone and like anything, so I didn't have to make eye contact anymore. So that was uncomfortable. And then one of my other experiences that I had was when I first moved to this new town, I didn't really know anybody other than my roommate. For the first couple weeks, every time that I talked to somebody, they didn't really get my sense of humor. They'd say something that was kind of along the lines of, oh, that was a pretty easy quiz, hey? And I'd be like, oh man, I had such a hard time with number 7. Like, goodness, Celine, you're such an idiot. What are you doing with your life? You should have studied a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And like, literally everybody who I was talking to would just kind of like, like look at me like, oh God, she knows. Oh, this is awkward. Oh, she knows how dumb she is. That's uncomfortable. You guys suck. Like, okay, if someone makes a self-deprecating joke that's, even if it's super crappy, like, oh yeah, I'm super dumb, you know? Like, you have two options that are socially acceptable. You can either, A, give a half-hearted chuckle like, oh you're so silly, you, Celine, you're calling yourself dumb. Or, option two, you can be that person who's like, oh no, sweetie, of course you're not dumb. Number 7 was hard for everybody. All you need to do is study a little bit more and it'll be great. You're so smart. You know, like, you can't just, like, stare at me uncomfortable and be like, oh God, she knows. You know, like, no. It's just rude. And I mean, now it's okay, because for the most part, they kind of understand my humor, and I try not to make those kind of jokes around them, because obviously that's not something we share in common. Tell me how you guys feel about making new friends and some awkward experiences that you've had, and if you guys are now best friends because somehow they eventually started to understand your jokes, or if you just got a better sense of humor like I probably need to. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you again sooner than 6 months from now, because that was bad of me. Bye!